Welcome back. I spent a significant period of break looking at myself in the capture as though it were a mirror. Watching chat refract through my hair. Welcome back, Isa. Welcome back, Aero. There's something I'd been wanting to do. And I set this new haircut up so I could when I picked a shader for it. Or when I set up the shader for it. Because my hair doesn't have a texture, it's just, you know, colored in shading. I could dynamically change the color of it. I could even set it so that you could color mix it. But I'm trying to decide how that would work. My initial thought was we take hydrate and allow you to choose a flavor between, like, I could just use Mountain Dew flavors. I could also just make up flavors that would represent red, green, and blue. And each one of those would just add, like, 10 to the corresponding color value. He's seeing nothing. He just heard the gun drop. That's what he's responding to. That's fun. Would you say feats? Anyone hear that? No? Cool. Why the cheeks out, though? The cheeks? You making fun of the way I eat? Hello, friend. How are you doing? You mean everyone? Oh, not everyone. Evie, Roan. And the tiere.
Yes, I suppose, but I don't know the man who can hold his breath for that long.
It is not men we need to worry about.
Ah, yes, I see your point. We shall be cautious.
You need to be on the lookout. There's only one way in here. There's actually the secret way. You're forgetting about the secret one. Like Toblerone. Yeah. Evie, that's how you're doing right now? Oh, it's okay. The secret, even they don't know about it. As long as they don't take the super secret path, there's no way they could. They would need to go underwater.
Are the stories true? About him, I mean.
Brother Grunfeld?
Yes,
What stories have you heard, young brother?
there are many. Some say he saw his own mother eaten alive by a coven of witches, and others that he once killed an elder vampire with his bare hands. There are even whispers that he is the resurrected Saint Leopold, come to lead his armies into the final battle against the armies of darkness.
Feel that in your ligaments. I have been so tired lately, and I don't know why. Not like sleepy tired, just like I wake up and my body feels sore.
It is also said that he once killed a man of the Bloodlines.
But it's getting better, so I'll just get over it soon.
Some stories you hear are true, young brother.
Plunk. Good thing the top of this water is completely opaque. Welcome back, Cassidy. It's a good thing they talked about the secret entrance and then did not at all decide, like, you know what, just in case, why don't you watch that one and I'll watch this one. We are expecting to be invaded by something that doesn't need to breathe tonight. I should probably explain for people who weren't here when I started this yesterday. We're infiltrating a vampire hunter base to recover an archaeologist to help us decipher an artifact. They captured the archaeologist explicitly just to hold him, so that we couldn't have him. He does not know anything about vampires or anything like that. Why would hunters base up in a cave? Well, they built a monastery on top of it. They kind of think they're Batman a little bit, to be honest. What if I just, Oh, shoot. Nice aim. Consecration doesn't go down to bedrock. Consecration doesn't work anyway. Also, if they're like priests and stuff, I bet they could. I was running around their church a minute ago. In Vampire the Masquerade lore, that just doesn't... That don't mean nothing. If they're like really devout or something, they have a chance to do like faith-based. Consecration only matters if someone of true faith exists in the building. Yeah. Also, hi Twilight. But also, you've forgotten your mismatched lore stuff. There appears to be nothing in there. But they were guarding this room. I can pick a couple locks real quick. You think was leading the Catholic Church from the shadows until the Inquisition? The Zombra. That's interesting. Slightly funny. For context, that's just a different variety of vampire. Wait. Oh, it's because of my shirt. My shirt made me bad at lockpicking for a second. The shirt strikes again. Yes, well done. I should also remember that if it requires picking a difficulty 10 lock, it's not necessary. At least it hasn't been up to this point. I'm gonna try hitting it with a weapon, and then I'm gonna give up on it. Welcome back, Bunny. It's not reacting in a way that makes me think it cares. Perfect. Thank you. Now you feel more fast. Oh, the hat. Thank you so much. I've unfortunately set a precedent for festive hats when I really just wanted an excuse to wear a witch hat. In a month, I'm gonna have to find a whole roast turkey to put up there.
Who's there?
Shut up. No one's here. Jeez. Which one of them saw me? Oh, that one right there? Do you think it was the one right behind me? So, bad news. I didn't save a single time. Good news. Most of that time spent was creeping around, wandering around. We're gonna do it a lot faster. Hi. You automatically succeed if they don't know you're there, but I actually like it when they see me just before because it floods their blood with adrenaline, and it's a little bit spicy.
Are the stories true? About him, I mean.
I can actually switch to my stealthier shirt.
Brother Grunfeld?
Yes,
What stories have you heard, young brother?
there are many. Some say he saw his own mother eaten alive by a coven of witches, and others that he once killed an elder vampire with his bare hands. There are even whispers that he is the
Once killed an elder vampire with his bare hands.
his armies into the final battle against the elements of darkness.
I don't think I've done that yet, but I'm getting close.
Stories you hear are true. Brother Grunfeld is a good soldier just as you. And if you have faith in God, then a disciplined stand in his heart.
It is also said that he once killed a man of the Brotherhood because he refused to follow orders.
Some stories you hear are true.
That's the guy.
Who's there? Who's there?
Shoot. The shirt's stealthier, but it's also slightly worse at taking bullets.
Who's there?
Don't gotta worry about him. He's facing this way. How is he so observant? Okay. Never need to worry about him again. Unless I die immediately following this. It was unclear how we're going to sneak the archaeologist back out of here. If we don't, you know, rampage our way through. Maybe he's super sneaky, though. Maybe we'll put him on that boat, but the boat's after all those guys anyway. We're cutscening. That's us. Yeah, that's us. You missed.
You, Johansen, would lure the servant to Satan. But I set this type as the archfiend himself. Where is the coin?
Me, Johansson, and I'll let you live.
He is under divine protection. If you want him, come take him if you can.
Well, sound of sharpening his gun in the cutscene. I was wondering what that was. Also, hello, Hayne. How are you doing? Welcome in. You have no idea how stupid standing in my way can be. Time to learn. Ow. I'm not sure if hiding is going to be very effective. And again, he sure is still just shooting the floor, isn't he? You're such a good hider, though. I'm so good at hiding. Okay, yeah, he's lost. He's not sure anymore. Oh, geez. Still not sure. Nope, he's throwing grenades now. I thought that was a mine. Okay. Okay, alternate tactics. It's a good thing we absolutely saved as we went in there. I literally had the thought, okay, I'm gonna save. And then the cutscene started and every thought left my brain. This is definitely a brain glitch on my part because I saw how large those grenades were, but they were completely invisible to me. I think because I wasn't looking down. Welcome back, friend. Wink. These grenades are completely invisible to me. Seems like he was something funny. That was being mean to me by throwing grenades at me. I'm not sure how good I would have been at dodging them if I had been looking. One of the meanest things you can do, how dare they? That's true. Throwing grenades at is one of the meanest things. You missed. Jimmy Johansson. You're dumb for standing in my way. Looking at Yu-Gi-Oh meta numbers, more than 50% of current Kurio Yu-Gi-Oh! Current Yu-Gi-Oh meta is made up of 3 decks. That's unfortunate. Ow, he moved. Oh, wait, he'll come to me? That's actually huge. He's also lost me. Does this mean he's going to start throwing grenades? That's what he did last time. Yep. What the hell? Excuse me. Our max touch links limit has been reached. Too many touching and colliding entities. That grenade wasn't aimed at me, it was aimed at the game. Okay, 1 second. Excuse me. The Kurio Yukia sounds like some kind of magical widget from the World of Darkness. It does. Too many touching and colliding entities. Too hot for this version of the Source Engine. Crashed by the power of God. That's what the True Faith feature merit does. We've saved this time. Crashed by the power of Holy Hand Grenade. Imagine using a ranged weapon. What kind of a different world I'd be living in right now. If I knew how a gun worked. I'm basically a dog, though. I'm lucky I know how to read now. This fight is so awkward no matter what you do. That makes me feel a lot better, thank you. What if I also have grenades? I don't, but what if I did? New plan. Ow. Where'd he go? That makes a lot more sense. I was wondering why you set up all this stuff and then didn't use it. We can't. I'm gonna juice box real quick. We only have the big juice box. Full juice box. Get him with the gun Jack gives the tutorial once, just to get him downstairs. You plan a woo, which is basically always the plan. It always comes back to a woo eventually. He knows. There you are. I couldn't see when you were glowing, but I could see your muzzle flash. Show myself? You're the one hiding in a bunker. Dang girl, look what are we gonna do with you? What a jerk. I thought I was just barely out of the... I thought the barrier would get us. Ow. Okay. The Elder Juice Box. He's just covered in mist running away. Just smashing up all kinds of environmental assets. Where'd he go? There he is. The true faith merit. No! No! We were whittling him.
I knew Johansen would lure us. He is under...
I will protein here and stand still for a minute when he starts throwing grenades. That seems like the most advisable course of action. Okay, I had to try once. I figured he wouldn't let that happen to him. What if I just frenzy? I'm disappointed as the Green Grill I haven't frenzied once. I guess disappointed isn't the right word. Well, that's that. We threw him over a railing. Oh, we get to see her claws. Deadly vampiric claws. Bottom. M status got. We can drop our 5 Shingoto apparent. I mean, I'd rather have his katana, you know? Very claws. Very proud of my claws. Very cinematic. He just flops over the railing and that's it. Was it just a normal katana? Is that why we've got it here? And we must have already picked it up. That means I can pick up the Shingoto. Oh no, there's a P. I don't know anything about guns. So I didn't know the P would be significant. .38 is a cheap small caliber pistol. It's also the closest thing I have to being able to fire. Roommate talked about magic for a long time. Thank goodness you're here. That will never happen here. He is doing this like a very cinematic death pose. You would never? I would also never talk about Magic the Gathering for a long time, especially while, you know, doing an unrelated game or something. So anyway, hostility. Oh yeah, that's that elemental. What turns your direct damage spells into creatures, yeah? That sounds awesome.
I told you
Yosh.
everything. There's no reason for
Isa.
you to keep me here. Let me go.
Dr. Johansson.
I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection.
Hi.
Bring me
How are you
back to
doing?
my hotel at once.
I'd love to. There's a boat not far from here. Help me and I'll help you escape.
Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get numb.
We would love to get you away from these crazies and into some people who will actually help you and protect you. Tell me what you know about the Ankaran sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back?
I dealt with them. They won't give us any problems.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Absolutely.
All right. Where should I begin?
What can you tell me about the
Let's
sarcophagus?
start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians?
No.
Well, the Assyrians lived in Mesopotamia, a region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Most of this territory is now modern-day Iraq,
The
Iran,
cradle of
Turkey,
civilization.
and Syria.
Go on.
They were warmongers, conquerors, a people driven to expand by their kings. Even before the Romans, they migrated their conquered people to the territories to stem revolt, but I'm afraid I'm getting off the subject.
Go on, please.
Yeah, well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record.
Oh, yeah?
While
You telling me
most
Kane's in that
likely
box?
wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Mesarach, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time.
Kane.
But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula.
Like a Dracula. How many Draculas? Go and open that? But we get to open it and drink all the juice, and then we'd be so powerful.
I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Mesarach could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years. But this is who is believed to be contained within.
Are you sure?
An educated guess? Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually, we use equipment to carbon date.
Don't drink the mummy juice.
Take air samples.
It's
before we
totally
go
still alive in there. Compared him to a vampire, any reason?
It is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth,
And?
the engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation.
Which is?
A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood.
I think I got that. So, Mr. Rock drank human blood.
Perhaps drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic.
It's symbolic
It
every
can
single time.
inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
Ah ha ha ha! There's a perfectly scientific explanation. Blood is delicious. Do you believe he's in there? You believe he's in there?
That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe
Pretty
a
funny.
mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello.
How'd you find it?
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring.
I'm interested. Please go on.
Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
I would love to hear. Oh. What else do you know about vampires?
Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth.
So how does the sarcophagus open?
Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing.
Do you have it?
How strange, you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed.
You have a copy of the key?
No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place.
There's a boat nearby. We can escape on it.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
Nice. No problem. Have fun. Saving. Cannot save while in a cutscene. No! I was gonna be good. I was gonna save. You saved the sad old man. You're so proud of me. Thank you. That old man coming. That old man's coming. He's right behind me, certainly. I'm running. Now, should I pretend he is behind me so I can do the... Oh, hey, I didn't even... Okay, good thing I was worried about that. I was gonna protein up so I could run through people if needed. Oh. He's on my shoulder. Yeah. I was concerned. I was going to... I thought I would have to fight through people. In a masquerade consistent fashion. You got sad old man is one of your items in your inventory. Da 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 da. So what do you think happened? Peeking out of your jeans pocket. Good instincts. Thankfully, I saw the boat on the way in. Ding. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. What happened? There's plenty of dead people, but no people left alive to explain why. Chunk? He was the one at the door. No corpse of Chunk. We're good. A-okay. Beckett's fine. I'm gonna tell Beckett about my
You can
findings.
always count on the Sabbat to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. They're reckless, but they don't normally try to attract this much attention. This carelessness warrants observation. I hope it doesn't become pandemic.
The Sabbath? What? I suppose I should have talked to the prince first. Back in a minute. What do you mean? No. I did that intentionally.
With whom do they think
He's
they're
standing on a
dealing?
platform.
Attack me in my own building! They're desperate. They've shown their weakness. A last-ditch attempt to steal the prize.
Someone made a mess downstairs.
A pack of shovelheads with cheap pistols was all they could muster. Two got a few stories up, but I took care of them. And my sheriff brought the rest their final death in the lobby. Sabbat animals.
Why'd they do that?
Why else? The motive of every kindred in the entire city these last few nights. The Ankaran sarcophagus. They've been misled into thinking the sarcophagus holds a sleeping ancient.
Hunter should have done what the Sabbat did.
Most coveted feasts.
Yeah, honestly.
Diabolarists.
They were better set up for it. Maybe... would have saved us a trip, that's true. Maybe they're perhaps a little too... they're a little more careful about attacking people who might have ID papers in broad daylight than the Sabbat. Although that one sure wasn't in Hollywood. They drink the blood of other vampires? We've already heard about this.
The Sabbat's infamy is in no small part due to their practice of diablerie, that is, drinking the blood of other kindred, especially older ones, until they are dead. Diablerists gain the power of those they've fed upon. And the Camarilla, this is an act punishable by death. For the moment, we've manipulated the press into reporting tonight's events as a terrorist attack. Their soldiers may be no danger to me, but their threat to the masquerade is abundant. As my best agent, I'm sure you can guess my course of action.
I understand. Hey, Sheriff, wipe out the Sabbat. You want me to wipe out the Sabbat? I mean, it sounds fun. You're his pest agent. I'm sure he says that to all his agents. He probably said that to the agent when he sent them to steal the sarcophagus.
The Sabbat have made their haven at the Hallibrook Hotel, right under our noses here in downtown. Kill their leader. The rest will scamper out of the city. This is the last time they ever set foot in Los Angeles. Before you go,
He says that to all his agents. I think so
Beckett told me you
too.
went to the Society of Leopold. Did you find out how my sarcophagus is opened?
It just says the worst about how weak sauce the cam is here. Well, they apparently just moved in, right? Find out how the sarcophagus is open. There's nothing he could give me. Yes, I did.
What? What did you find out?
Missing crate from the Dane. It's a key to the sarcophagus.
A key? Where? Do you have it?
No idea, but you'll be happy to know I killed Bach.
Not only did you infiltrate the Society of Leopold, but you managed to kill their greatest hunter. You certainly are developing a legend for yourself. Superb. A toast to you, and to victory over the Sabbat. And to Bach. May all his progeny meet such fates.
Sebastian doesn't seem to have great listening skills. Did you a favor wiping out Bach? Don't you think that's worth something? Not only did I kill him, but I found his journal. That should be valuable.
Here. Pity you don't have his head. I would have sent it to the Inquisitor General.
I guess I'll go take out the Sabbat.
The Sabbat must be wiped out before dawn. Then, when you come back, we'll begin the hunt for the key. And another thing, you've been attracting a lot of attention to yourself. Mortal attention.
A little bit.
But I'm going to overlook it for now. But keep breaking the masquerade, and I guarantee you'll never break it again.
3 times, and I made up for 2 of them. Calm down. Heck it.
You can always count on the Sabbat.
Wrong things for the right reasons?
Sabbat's goal is to stop Gehenna, which is very similar to my own, though they choose to do so through more violent, fanatic, and flamboyant methods. The Camarilla, on the other hand, suspends belief entirely. Or so goes the party line.
A toast to you. You both clink glasses, you both drink wine, you both spit the wine back into the glasses on account of being vampires. That's just a wine tasting. How many people at a wine tasting do you think are vampires? Beckett, are you Sabat? He's clearly not Sabat. You an anarch?
What I am is kindred. How others choose to categorize themselves concerns me only where local customs are concerned. Individualism is a path fraught with obstacles and sometimes angry mobs. But for all its hardships, it is the only one worth taking.
The wine is actually blood. Your jar, your jar of pickles. I'm out of brine tasting.
What did Johansson have to say?
There was a key, but he does. Oh, he said it's the tomb of Mesarach, an Assyrian king.
Assyrian origin. Glad to see I'm not losing my touch. As for Mesarach, I'll have to research that name, see what I can find.
And sold the prince the important stuff. No, shut up. This is the guy with the important stuff. Name this jar of pickles Bartholomew. Bartholomew. What an honorable name. Reliefs are Lamastu.
Lamastu? She was a Lilith figure. They represented coward women and the threat of such women to male-dominated
Thank you, Isa.
society. Strange she would be engraved on a king's tomb.
And there's a key.
The lock and key. An invention as ancient as greed. I should have guessed. All we have to do is find a victor in this nonsense. They'll be the one with the key.
It's everything I know. Does that mean anything to you?
Seems to corroborate my own evidence. I'm going to have to study it a little more. Maybe dig up some information on Mesarach and the Lamastu myth. I'm certain the key will show up in time. Your information is appreciated.
Here, the Vampire Apocrypha may help.
Excellent.
Think the sarcophagus is part of Gehenna?
Well, if we open it up and the world ends, then yes. If we open it up and the world does not end,
He's
then
already said he
no.
doesn't think so.
I'd wager the latter.
Why would they attack so openly?
Simple. Someone's misled them into believing there's an antediluvian in this very room. They, and I suspect most kindred in this city, would love to sink their stakes or teeth into its imagined occupant. If indeed rocketing it to the moon was out of the question.
Supposed to wipe them out because of the attack.
Perhaps for this pack, it's for the best.
I had another question for you.
Excellent.
What do you like to have for dinner? Oh, that's all my questions. What kind of music do you like? Okay. Excellent. I am clearly annoying him, but he puts up with me, so I appreciate him. Ow! That one really got me. That's true love. What do you mean about Beckett?
Yosh.
Aw, thank you, Isa. I'm sorry I drool over the video game boys so much. Ow. You're so cool. Rip mouse. Ah! You annoy him, but he's okay with true love. I am yours already. You didn't even need to catch me.
Baby girl.
This is my inventory. He had a quest for me randomly, so now I just check in every once in a while. Iba! And now you're mine. Deviant faiths. I didn't expect Vampire the Masquerade to call me out as deviant. The only one, but he sure does keep weapons stocked. Weapons? Thank you for hydrating me, Arrow. Incarn sarcophagus discoverer kidnapped from a hotel. I got 2 emails. Oh, the White Bishop. The White Bishop falls. You just wanted to you just wanted to kill me on the same frame you caught me, so you got to see the beans. I know your game, Cassidy. Also, nice catch. You're like, oh no, something exploded. I'm sorry, friend. It's just my partner's beating me up. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, it's from Vivi. It felt so liberating to open up to you in that last email, so I dipped my pen in my soul again to write another for you. Father, I never knew you. Mother, I ran away from you. Sire, you forgot me, but lover, you are forever in my heart. Think my looks will stop me from being taken seriously as a poet? No, I don't think so, but you should keep working on your poetry. Pretty much all we've got going. Wait, no. What is the Hollowbrook? Downtown. Every useful bus stop map? It's over there. Number 8. We're going to break before we actually go in. Hooray from Haunted Bus Stop map. Actually necessary. For someone like me, critical even. That's the one. I was just checking if there was an easy snack in here. I think we're at a reasonable level. Take a very quick break. I'll be right back. See you very soon. Welcome back. Vinci does not have eyebrows. It's got eyebrows, right? The Mona Lisa. Welcome back, Cassidy. Welcome back, Aero. I feel like we've got this question before, even. Wait a minute. This isn't the entrance. Nope. The answer's true. The Mona Lisa does not have eyebrows. Wild. Okay, I saw the switch. Alright. I was seeing if there was anyone around. It was you! Good job, friend. You were the more correct. You're the better guesser. Welcome back, friend. Especially welcomed. Thank you. They're heating their... Wait, why do they care about heat? They're vampires. They're lighting their hotel with burning trash? This seems like a lot of effort. Whose job in the Sabbat is it to go around and keep the fire bins loaded up? For this many of them. You just slip in, talk to the leader, maybe kill him. They haven't led me to believe that the Sabbat in this game are going to be someone I'm interested in saving. I kind of don't mind just going in, getting in there with my hands, you know? Well, Vivied. That ought to be the bin lighter, an honorable position. That's true. Why would they even want this much fire around? Also, the window, the skylight. If you're going to completely take over the hotel, paint the skylight. And then maybe you could use the entire inside of it, not hide out. You know, remove the door handles from the upstairs and only hide out in the basement. The hotel's like beautiful, by the way. Actually, like, oh god. I actually like it a lot. A flamethrower. I probably should have Probably should have sold a weapon, huh? Large, unfriendly creature. Ranged combat requirement 1. It's a gun made for me. Range long, reload fast. Incredible. Let's never use it because it's a limited resource. Geeky game spawning one in from the front and behind. Okay, that was much lower risk than I thought. Hello? I've heard this just happens sometimes. Smash? Your opinions are fair and reasonable. Last bit's all combat focused, and I'm entering it. Well, sounds like I am prepared for the last fraction of the game. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for subscribing. It's so sweet. Thank you. I'm not doing a name call out because you're not active and I don't want to call you out. In case, you know, you're trying to lay low. Which I can empathize with. Please cease this. They are vampires. I should be able to drain a vampire. That should be permissible. Not completely, that's diablerie. But if I just wanted to shore up some points, that should be fine. Oh, it's okay. That's exactly how you entered my channel the first time, so you can't dodge. Or you can't judge. That's true. I was very concerned. Well, the thing is, it was a little bit scarier because you didn't say anything and you bought a subscription for someone else. If that happened to be now, I don't think I'd be concerned because I would think it was somebody... Oh wait, no, it was because you bought it for someone else who I didn't recognize because you're trying to get them a drop. I was about to say I'd assume you're just like getting someone like a present. Bring it on. The game that makes you say you like a technical ride. I can ID the context. The Technic bike. Aw. Hello, Sinsu. Oh my goodness. Rial, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? It's only 2% feet. Hello, Magic Marzipan. Luli Luli. Nimmy. Nimmo. The Spectral Wolf. Mind Beams. And Rial yourself. Hello, how are you doing? How was your stream? How was Baby Steps? Was it a nice, calm, enjoyable game? This place Salad, welcome. You finished? Congratulations. His feet earlier? Shush. Those are pristine feet. My name is Ali. I play a lot of indie and retro games. This time, it's Vampire the Masquerade. Bloodlines. Very calming indeed. You love it? That's actually wonderful. If you want to take care of yourself after stream, absolutely do that. That should be your priority. So don't worry about fading out or anything like that. Oh my gosh. Rap most? I'm sorry. I just said I'm not... Anonymous, but I love the name. Oh, it's only 2% feet. Now I can say it. Rap most. Incredible name. Hello, fellow rodent. Hello. Don't worry, you're unconcerned with anonymity. Yeah. Anon, you'll get some food and be lurking. Have a wonderful food and a wonderful lurk. Thank you so much for the raid again. By the way, I think we're getting closer to end game for Vampire, based on what I've been hearing. Thank you for the stretch, Sinzu. Yeah, it doesn't even try. Well. Awawa. Awawa. Hey, we'll try that a little bit smoother this time. We'll expect for the entire the entire hotel to fill with baddies. Further than you are, so you'll be lurking and not looking, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, the pleasure's mine as well. Thank you for the pleasure. I will have some of it. And I completely understand. I've been doing the same thing whenever I encounter someone playing this. Alright, I will save when I actually get there so I don't have to walk through the streets. You should be able to bite a vampire, but also you don't think I would really win trying to drain a vampire mid-combat? Why not? I'm built for it. They only need to keep a few drops in their system to live. They just need to beat you as you try to drain. Also, it'd be nice biting a vampire and taking their ability. Oh wait, no. I wouldn't completely drain them. That's illegal. But like, I should be able to restore some points. If you die in the game, you should also get shocked in real life. Fair enough. I can't argue with that. I think it's reasonable if you could drain them for points, but if you completely drain them, I guess it would be like a masquerade violation or something in game terms, even though it's not exactly. I'm a law-abiding vampire. Exactly. In tabletop terms, I think you can just teach each other disciplines. No blood transfusions required. But this game has 3 discipline slots. Gosh dang it. And honestly, for a video game, that's pretty reasonable. We also didn't sell any weapons again. It's okay. I'm not concerned with money at this point. I will just drop what I would have sold. See. Yeah. You can teach each other disciplines. No blood training required. Thank you, Cassidy. Good night, bunny. Sweet dreams. We take the flamethrower. We don't even have to fight these guys. The doors they're guarding, they're fake. They're lies. Oh, okay. Never mind. They noticed. I was trying not to do the big EF sequence again. Ow. The nice thing about protein is it lets you know exactly who is human and who is vamp at a glance. Sir, excuse me, excuse me. I didn't see them at first. I was like, oh, I got protein on. That means people glow. I'll totally be able to see. I'll totally be able to see them. We have an Elder Vitae juice box. We are fully healed. A stray bullet will not kill us. Was it wasteful? Maybe a little bit, to be honest. Oh, there was a juice box right here. I didn't even see him. That was so wasteful. More than I even knew. Nope. I thought this would be it. This little doorway. Got slime by some kind of big slime boy. What's so gross about slime? What are you trying to say? I appreciate that my heat vision only sees like living organisms and not the fire bins. It makes things way less confusing. He slammed you without consent. That's unacceptable. That's true. That's really gross. Consentful slimings only. Yeah, slime you friend at arms. Did you just do it? Wait, no. How did that happen? That's the error handler. That's just all of chat. It actually plays a sound effect on the doors that aren't real. Okay, but only for a little while. That's fair. Oh, you tried Alibot. That is weird. Alibot should have worked. Oh, hey, you can go through that, as a matter of fact. Take door. Quick save. What is the brawl on this guy? Shoot. It's a good thing that guy's clueless. Nice aim. There was much rejoicing. Much rejuicing too. Both. Rude. Go tough. Apparently, the extended tutorial tells you what those guys are. I'm trying to figure out if they're weird gangrel or like Demise. Beckett? Or perhaps modified Demise, or vampires who had been modified by Demise. Demise? That is not Beckett. How dare I? How dare I? Not even close. Come on. Get over here. What's the matter with you? I feel very silly using this thing. I literally don't know what I'm doing here. I read one book. I read one book about guns one time. Well, there goes my fleshy ball. They just bust down the door and stand there. Gonna see if this guy can pay blood dividends. Nope. Gonna see if this guy can pay blood dividends. Get over here. Typo. Typo. Play blood dividends. It took me so long to notice. Good night, Cassidy. I love you very much. Get lots of rest. Oh my god. Please stop. Yep, that makes sense. Have a great rest of my stream. Enjoy sinking your teeth into this game. I will try. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ah! Ow. I can't even night miss their ravens over there. Oh my god. Let me in there. It's not fair. They found your weakness, bullets. It shouldn't be, but apparently. Oh, that is just awful. Oh, hello. I just saw you. You were in Hayes stream the other day, right? Hope you're doing well. Nice to meet you. Pretend you type correctly. You have nothing to be ashamed about with your typing. Is it Aincia? I didn't hear Kay pronounce it. Games and focuses or something. Hello and welcome in. It is, I said it right? Awesome. It's good to see you. Thank you for the lovely stream. Better have to bed too. Good night, Isa. I love you very much. I'll work hard on my blood portfolio. You'll be so impressed when you come back. It was 2 days ago for you, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think so. They are destroying me. Why are his hands electric? What discipline does that? Aw, thank you, Iona. Thank you for the nice welcome. Of course. Thank you for the hat, Iona. Yes. Oh, shoot. They're more attentive than I thought. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, the whole thing? What happened to your model? Oh. Okay, okay, okay. You might have seen this happen to Kay. This is a glitch she discovered with Warudo. And I did it by accident. If you have something with collision intersecting your colliders, and you also have collision, every time... Yeah, and you also have collision, you freak out like that. So people loved the way the dip model looked when you turn collision on, because that makes it like flail instead of just sitting there. Please, I just want to hit. Just let me hit the guy. So I left collision on, and then it turns out every time someone uses an emote or throws something at me or hydrates, it kind of looks great or fun or both. I certainly don't mind it. I'm one of those people who like laughs uncontrollably whenever I see glitches. So I kind of love it. I feel like a turn in the slime. He's just running at the corner. You have to head out? Think you pulled your back somehow and it's giving you some trouble? I hope it's better soon, friend. Sorry to hear that. Okay. We appear to be fine for a minute. Hope your back does soon. Does get better soon too. Night, friend. It was lovely to see you. Did they really? They actually played a Kool-Aid Man soundbite with that. Oh yeah. No. We came so far. Okay, we do... They did remind me, I can level up at any time. I can level up things like my dodge to increase my combat defense. Why don't we increase our dodge to increase our combat defense? We'll even put an extra point in fortitude. Adding a dash of things like humor in a stressful situation can help the play calm down and manage to continue the game. But stress-free. Yeah. Oh, you're saying like why they added the Kool-Aid Man? Making food so you may disappear at some point. Sorry, I missed that for a minute, but you hope I have fun. Thank you. Don't know if you need to try to play this game or try GMing it. Oh. I've been thinking about World of Darkness lately since I was playing this. It's my first time playing this, but I've got some history. I've been enjoying playing it. I think it's very reasonable. You could do both if you got easy access to the game. Yeah, why not both? I think it was added really well. I would just love to know who added it. Who is responsible for this? No one's gonna be in trouble. I just want to know. Who would see me? You? Also you? Breathing? You do both if you could. Don't know. Oh yeah. Because time and money are limited resources. That's true. I don't know. I was lucky that I just kind of, I don't know why I just already had this. It might be from my husband's library. Got the family. Oh no, you never have to apologize for distracting me. You got it a long time ago? How was I to know? You know what? That's kind of the point, but still. You monster. He was just standing there. How was I to know he wasn't about to turn around and shoot me when everyone else in this room is? I guess, you know, you should always check. He was put there as a drinking fountain. Well, these guys are drinking fountains. If I naturally die, I won't do it again. Otherwise, I'll live with that mistake for the rest of my life. Think you'll have to wait on either? You're looking for a shorter TTRPG for a few months before restarting a campaign on a break that had some issues. I see. Unfortunately, I've never had a chance to really try anything other than D&D or Pathfinder for an extended period of time. Even though Vampire was my first ever RPG. I only got like one session in. Oh, thank you for the head pat, Siona. That sounds pretty exciting. Aw, cutie Iona. Iona. Please. Well, we've died naturally, so now we won't murder an innocent man in the back. They're telling me how to increase my defense. How are you doing game-wise, by the way? Hope the game's going great. You seem to be doing well. Every time you say that, people die in game. Trying to start your own campaign, finding players you trust, not to murder hobo is hard. Players is the hardest part. I went through a cycle of just playing with randos and got constantly reminded that most tabletop is intended to be played with a group of friends you trust, not strangers. Let me over. Let me over. I was about to say that better not be a masquerade violation for draining someone in front of an innocent guy. Red flag always sneaks in with strangers. That's true. It's always like a group of like 3 really cool people who I'd love to see again. And just one person who ruins the whole thing. Who is also tends to be the loudest person in the room, unfortunately. The frustrating thing is that barrier. That one right there. It blocks line of sight for my discipline. So I can distract people with birds for a minute. Oh, hey. Like that. Allowing me to do things like this. You okay? You're just a guy? Planning on using the lead up to the Embrace and the Fallout as character creation in Session 0? Only way you found to handle that is Session 0s. You play nearly only with strangers. That's... yeah. We were doing Session 0s, we were doing meetups. But the person who wanted to pre-interview... Okay. So the last game I played with strangers, I was running Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Because I responded to a Roll20 advertisement for someone looking for a GM. And I don't have a lot of respect for people who post looking for GM. But I saw that they would let me, run anything, and I saw that they were interested in getting a game in before running Kingmaker. Well, I want to run Kingmaker. Is this going to get me an in for playing Kingmaker? You can play with anyone if you have a vocal enough table about the issues you would be able to kick people out. That's true. This person wanted to have interviews for everyone, to scope them out. And I was like, that seems a little severe, don't you think? Shouldn't we just hang out as a group once or twice? And that person was the one we had problems with. This person, I do not know if this is how they treat every GM. They refused to use my name or pronouns. They would only refer to me as GM. And I do not know if there was a phobic reason for it, but I'm not going to roll it out. Roll20 may not be the best place to start. You've mostly heard problems. Roll20 was the problem. He would only refer to me as GM. I do not know if this is what he typically does. And it's not like I told him to stop, but geez. It was not his only issue. Please. 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 I'm stuck. Great to run online games on, not great to search for a party on. That's fair. That is a common denominator with all of my online game horror stories. You also had the same problems with people who used to be your friends. That's awful. I'm so sorry. I've been very fortunate on that front, mostly. It's almost more frustrating to walk into a group of people and introduce yourself as Allison and someone's wife, and then have to correct them week by week with the excuse, oh, come on, it's been a whole week, I forgot. What do you mean you forgot? It's always been this way. You've known nothing different. Okay, this was not a great situation to put myself in. Take a deep breath. And die. Same via D&D 3.5, sending hug. Back with chili and fries? That sounds delightful. I am in the same hotel, slowly progressing. Back because you couldn't sleep? Hello, Aero. I hope you get some rest soon. Please stop shooting me. It's actually the rudest possible thing you can do. Please. Introductory gameplay and Session 0 should be two separate things from what you tested. Both important. Session 0, just covering the basis. Oh my gosh. I mean, everyone... The problem I've had was, like... someone just being a jerk, unfortunately. And they always manage to promise they're going to be normal for, like, a session or two. Get in my mouth! So rude. I can't... That is the strongest human I've ever seen. Making sure people are respectful, presenting and insisting on using emotional security tools. Then there's gameplay to see how it's going to be group-wise. If people style match, usually if there's a Session 0, they tend to do. Session 0 is more important of the two. I think in solo sessions before the group session. Oh, I don't think I saw that. You don't take promises now. If it's a one-shot you can handle, it won't play with you again. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just mean like the guy I was talking about. They seemed fine until the first actual session. I mean, maybe not entirely fine. I've got more experience now. But it's like, I didn't know at first he was DMing people during their turns to tell them how to play. I didn't know until he did it to Sinzu. It was like insidious stuff like that. It helps with stories and roleplay. You did try that with a friend of a friend. Didn't go well, but for other reasons. Oh, cutie Yuna. Dude was not taking setback well. And also not... Dude had a lot of problems. Unfortunately, largely emergent problems. He was nice as long as he felt like he was winning and in control, it seems like. Also lied when he did the combat story roleplay ratios. Oh, yeah. He wanted everyone to say what ratio you prefer between roleplay, combat, and exploration, which I see as a little strange. And anyone who put low roleplay, he was like, this person seems really sus. They put roleplay at a 5, but combat at a 7. I bet they're a murder hobo. You should look anyway. And finding a good group. You'll be able to. Yeah. No D&D is better than bad D&D. Yeah, that's definitely true. I, unfortunately, didn't get actually good D&D until I got enough romantic partners to make a full D&D group. That's the actual hack. Breathing. Restoring. But you ran Dragon Queen? I actually really like Dragon Queen. I liked it a lot more before a couple people showed up. Even that one had a couple people sneak in. He also unfortunately has a problem being so popular. We're more likely to get people that would pose problems than other RPGs. That's true. That's true. I mean, okay, so I had the good fortune, I'm going to come out and say, of having parents who are actually into this stuff. And it seems like it's always been the case, based off of some of their friends and some of the stories they've told me too. In a niche group, and also just from like the furry community, I've seen this. In a niche group, it's easy to become a big fish in a small pond and then like rule over that pond. And it seems to attract that kind of personality. And I think one of the best things that D&D 5 did was get super popular and also say, oh, and by the way, we're inclusive to all kinds of people. To kind of break that up a little bit. Some of the exclusion that used to happen. Parents banned it because it was satanic, because Satanic Panic. You grabbed all the version 5 books available at the time. Aw, shoot. I mean, I had kind of an interesting upbringing. Mom's pagan, so that kind of stuff flew, but she did not appreciate gun violence in media. So this game probably wouldn't have been allowed exclusively because of the guns. Everything else she would have been fine with. Actual people working in 5e in 2024. Which they double down on security tools. They're super great. Corporation, you don't care. Yeah, I got not a lot of sympathy for Hasbro over here. As much as I love Magic the Gathering and D&D. It's very unfortunate. Please. I've got the high ground. It should be an advantage, but it doesn't feel like it. Breathing. Saving. I made it down one hallway. I'm gonna save. I can only imagine the incredible product we would have gotten if the employees were actually given time. Yeah. Instead of trying to profit maximize. Looking at next year for Magic the Gathering, 7 sets. Which is more than ever. And over half of them were not Magic the Gathering. I'm sorry? I walked back to the entrance of that whole section. Okay, never mind. Definitely need at least one person who has the ability to speak about problems in the group. Yeah. I was trying, but my social anxiety was not great at the time. Which is also how I got roped into a looking for GM post. Parents didn't care about the violence, only the sexual themes, which is hilarious considering. Oh, gee, I see. I saw someone mention that if the TMNT set had been set in Kamigawa, it would have fit into MTG's setting pretty well. That's true, actually. There are turtle ninjas in MTG already. That vampire over there is just watching. You give your combat roleplay exploration ratio before you run the game, friends or not. You're clear before running the game in the group now. It feels weird to me to separate them, but I'm not sure if that's like the appropriate way that I should be looking at it. I find it difficult to like act in character, even though I do like to make characters or make decisions in character. I am a big fan of I'll express my interest of joining the faction type roleplay. Main problem you have with these sets is they're just in New York or just on Earth in general. I don't like how many of them are just references. That's my problem, to be honest. Not always necessary. Not always separated the same way, that's true. There should definitely be an understanding of what kind of game you're about to get into. For, like, multiple reasons. Also, high res. I don't know if I already said. Buy the IP for Legend of the Five Rings. It can't cost more than $10. Make an MTG set based on that. That'd be awesome. Yep, there it is. What the heck? Thank you for standing behind a convenient wall. Looking for a group, even amongst your friends? Don't forget you can. You think you should decide on what you want to run or play? State clearly your turn. Yeah. Definitely getting your friends into it, or even looking into a community, I think is definitely a better way to go than just putting it out there for randoms, if it's, you know, possible. But I mean, there's even like Discord groups for it that are a little bit more curated. Please. He's not coming. It's never fun playing or running something you don't want to run. And having someone you don't want to play or run this game. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the reason I actually quit that game is because I started streaming. And I realized I was putting so much effort into this game for no appreciation. The problem guy in general just wanted the accuracy is garbage. I do not know how to fire this thing. He pretty much only wanted, like, the stuff to be given to his character, it felt like. And even when, like, I worked on something and presented it, or when I worked on, like, a special feature on the map or something, it was just like, oh yeah, that's expected. But anyway, are you going to give me that, like, custom thing that I asked for? And then I come on stream and, like, make a cliff racer pop up next to a PNG. And people are like, oh my god, you're so funny. I'm like, oh my god, this is a way better use of my time. I'm glad I decided to quit it, basically. The parts you loved were reading about the setting and making characters at the front end. The actual playing was not enjoyable. I'm trying to decide if that's the case for me too, or if it's actually just the group I've been in. Isa was running a Pathfinder game for us, and legitimately, it was the best time I ever had at a table. Like, I just said, oh yeah, I can never, like, talk in character or anything, but for the first time, I actually felt comfortable doing that. But it took so many games to find that group that honestly, I might as well just say, like, I guess I just like playing tabletop with friends and partners and no other situation. That's what it feels like. What the heck? I didn't even mean to do that. He's tempting. Yeah, I realize people here actually appreciate the time I put into stream significantly more than most of my players did when I was GMing for them. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. At that point, I hadn't even, like, talked to anybody. So I was like, can you please stop that? These people I was trying to make friends with actually appreciate me less than actual strangers I'm seeing for a few hours a day on Twitch. Also not a good measure to know if you like tabletop in general. That's true. There's probably a game that fit what you need. Do it. I'm awesome? No, you're awesome. You're super cool. You just got here and you're all incredible. You're incredible. Legitimately. I'm just lost in a video game. Effort you put into stream is so evident. You're so cool. You're extremely cool. It's a feedback loop. I only do it because I have cool people to do it for. Always encourage people to try other RPG with a group. Sometimes one of those two being absent was actually the problem. That's true. I've been itching. You know, I legitimately thought this door was fake. It didn't have a door handle, so... Oh, hole. I didn't see this hole the whole time. This is why we always check doors, every door in every game. They have hurt me so much with the doors. Yeah, I've only played, like, you know, usually modules and always D20 hack and slash. I've played one session of Vampire as, like, a 9-year-old. And one session of Changeling where nobody knew what they were doing. If you'll excuse me, I'll just like walk to the back here. I will use the snooze just in case they break into a fight. Oh, also I played the Cyberpunk Jumpstart and I really like that too. I just open the door? No? Sealed shut? Okay. Honestly, I thought they'd spot me by now. I should have been watching Protein. There you are. I don't think you were there originally, but okay. Oh, hey, the door's open now. Hope you do enjoy the principal roleplaying, something you and your group will enjoy. I'll try. Never roleplay gamed before. It's probably not for you, since for you computer RPGs are only 5% about the roleplaying. And 60% about exploring. You can do exploration heavy ones, but yeah. Sometimes RPGs are not for you. Also, I feel like there are plenty of DMs who love explorers because they've been so long working on environments and maps. I have spent so long in Foundry setting up, like, effectively trying to turn it into a computer game where it will just roll your stats automatically as you walk into a room or past a secret. That's so rude. He was camouflaged as a door. But like also, you know, there's other tabletop as well. RPGs are wide and varied, but also tabletop games are wide and varied. I empathize pretty strongly with my favorite part being reading about the setting and systems and building a character. Senzu's had to explain to me on multiple occasions that not everyone likes being presented with a lot of what some people consider homework. Very mechanical tabletop RPGs, as with every... Yeah. Limits always blurry. Started Blades in the Dark recently with people you did not know. You've all had an amazing time every single time. Didn't think it was possible before. They're nice to you. You notice one player actively correcting the pronouns they used for you when they realized it was wrong without you saying anything besides small corrections. They always say they enjoy the session, so you feel like you're not doing it for nothing, and they're overall nice. That's fantastic. I'm so happy you found that. Maybe... I mean, honestly, at this point, I am, like, full up on people, I feel like, but I keep saying that and meeting new cool people. I'm definitely full up on time. Just to say it's possible and it can happen, certainly. I mean, you gotta make friends somehow. Just drain this guy, give a thumbs up to the hostage. We are somewhat relatively safe, but I keep snoozing the ads, and I gotta let them run at some point. I think this has to be the point. You'd spend all the time looking at the environments and like not talk to the table unless you have to. That I feel that so strongly. I don't like speaking up. I need there to be like turns and structure and to be pointed at and told, hey, it's your turn to talk. That's the hardest part for sure for me. Okay, I have to. I must run an ad. I will be right back. See you very soon. Welcome back. Okay, yeah, I saw it. Gosh dang it, Ali. So, I made the trivia game system like 2 years ago, entirely in StreamerBot. It is a mystery to me at this point. Welcome back, Arrow. The me who made that and the me standing before you are two different people at this point. And the me who made it didn't leave notes. Oh, hello. Hey, do you know what I just remembered? There's a block button in this game. I promise you, not a bit. I actually forgot until the knife hit me in such a way that, like, reminded me of the concept of blocking. Who needs blocking anyways? I've been doing just fine without it. Dies 4 times walking down a hallway. Takes massive aggravated damage from accidentally rubbing up on a burning barrel. Welcome back, Ainsia. Immediately takes additional damage for staying next to the burning barrel. Best defense is an overwhelming and terribly violent offense. That's my main strategy. Talking with people on your end, it's probably your favorite thing ever. That's why you make yourself here a lot. I like it in very particular circumstance. Otherwise, it's the most terrifying thing I can imagine. Okay, that's my favorite thing ever. Busting down a door and just like standing there passively behind it. Oh my gosh, there was so much more than I realized. They're kind of extroverted but extremely shy. Oh. You didn't say you're back? That's okay. Well, you look very introverted because of that. It's very variable for me, I think. Being social is definitely a skill I have to practice, but it feels like it's good for me whenever I do. What was that? You better come and investigate, friend. You don't like parties? Oh, yeah, no. Good not to go out and don't enjoy crowds? Yes. A lot of noises is difficult for me to handle, too. Probably not as bad, but I feel like I can imagine a little bit. You'd find a small group of people you like originally at, well, LGBTQ tabletop RPG session association. Sounds very handy. Oh no. They still see each other. I hope it wasn't too rough in the process. Enjoy parties, but you're not very social at them. Just enjoy the atmosphere and holding something to drink in your hand. That's fair. I like a get-together. Even though even those can be kind of stressful. When we did have in-person tabletop meets, that was pretty good. Pretty fun. Honestly, the worst part about it was just cost-based. Please. Please. That's fair. That was not how you should go about that. Exactly the opposite. You enjoy the social... You enjoy the social aspect, but unless it's calm, the noisiness, need to mask makes you... Yeah, actually, yeah, I think I empathize with that a lot. I like having a handful... You know what? I'm realizing... No, I don't like parties. What I like is board game meets. I like having a small collection of people to talk to and have a project to work on together. / game to do together. I like having a collection of people who I like to talk to and having something on the table that says, oh, do you not know what to say? Well, work on this. when I was long distance with my husband, like a thing we used to do was just like work on a puzzle and watch YouTube together, using Tabletop Simulator and like watch together over the internet. That was super nice. Even if there isn't a project, you try to include everyone. Eventually find something to say, and sometimes it's also nice to be together, even silently. That's true. You will speak about table RPGs. It's a law of physics. I think tabletop RPGs are just about always an acceptable topic of conversation around here. Tabletop in general, at least. I've definitely read more of them than I've actually played. I found out recently I'm not alone in actually enjoying that. No, 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 no. Running, running, hiding, healing, protein. They don't know. Or they're stuck on the wolf. Don't run. You don't tend to read a lot unless needed, which is still a considerate amount, because it sparks a creative spark and you need to immediately make a setting and something to do with related. That's fair. Oh my gosh. I can empathize with that. Longer time passes, the higher likelihood you'll bring up magic. Magic is also always acceptable. Lockpicking. Okay, mind if I just hide out with you for a minute? Thanks, bud. I mean, it's like rough out there, you know? I am role-playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, that's true. It should be the same way with Rain World, but the game is almost impossible to talk about without spoiling something. You're fine, buddy. Don't worry about it. 75, 76, 77, 78. Still rising. I'm still thinking about that hostility card from earlier. Oh my gosh. It's so much damage. And he's so quick with it. No! We were doing so well. He just like hips up and whips it out. Playing Outer Wilds being nowhere near done, you feel the same way. What has happened? Are we cheating? Oh, thank goodness. Magic fun fact. cannot speak of Outer Wilds without spoiling it in some capacity. Really designed as an experience to dive deep blind into, much like, yeah. Oh, I love Tunic too. Ah! I did reinstall Rain World. I don't think I can stream it though. I'd rather have it just alongside something else. Because I don't know how long it's going to take me to make progress, like, naturally. Oh, you need to play Tunic when you'll be able to get it? Tunic's a lot of fun if you like that kind of game. Which is a sentence to say. You're allowed to enjoy things for yourself. That's true. I have, like, weird guilt whenever I'm playing things for myself. Not even because of stream. Just because I feel like I should be doing something, like, productive. So streaming is nice because it gives me an excuse. Did he get lost? Your friend left you, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay. So it's a similar top-down action RPG to A Link to the Past. Except part of the game is you're hunting down pages of the manual and it's written in a language you can't understand. I think that kind of sums it up. Gameplay-wise, Link to the Past. Style-wise, you're deciphering ancient riddles. Jeez. You love both of those ideas? I love Tunic a lot. I still haven't got the true ending of it. But I feel like I got my enjoyment's worth of it. Aren't you a Fez? Maybe because to this day nobody fully solved the game. I'm not sure if I've heard of Fez before. Great, but whoa, the puzzles are hard. I'm remembering I do have guns as well. Please stop. It was stuck on for a minute. I was very scared I was going to set myself on fire. I super don't know how to use ranged weapons, it turns out. The card Etched Champion, a heroic guardian from Scars of Mirrodin, was lost to Pheresis. No! I can't attack anymore. I glitched it. Maybe I fixed it by transforming. Okay, that was cursed anyway. Depicted as the card Etched Monstrosity in New Phyrexia. Scars of Mirrodin... The New Phyrexia block is the block I like to point to when I say I miss Magic the Gathering set blocks. You need to read about Magic now. Magic used to be a game with a lot of deep and interesting lore. And that's why I've been, like, in it for my entire life. For reading lore, but without role-playing. Yeah, that too. Older card with a cool robot, but it was corrupted. And then later on, they made a new card that depicted the corrupted robot. Yeah, they do that a ton. And it's super cool. You do play Magic, but you never had time to read the lore, except a few bits. There's a channel I like called Spice 8 Rack, which likes to dive into the lore. It also dives into other topics. Spice 8 Rack, beloved. Very much so. Named after one of the archetypes of all time, for sure, for sure. Sometimes, honestly, just uses Magic as a vehicle to talk about other issues, which is completely reasonable. It got me thinking about a lot of issues that I should have thought more about. Genshin and Magic have grown in strangely the same way, really. Both at the hands of corporations and microtransactions, with the deep and interesting lore the fanbase engages with. I never knew that about Genshin. I admit I'm one of the people who saw Gacha game and said no thank you, and then continued to buy more Magic the Gathering packs. Okay, this is the room that keeps killing me. This is the room we should use the flamethrower in. Used to be very into gacha games. You were freed from this curse many years ago. Now you're just into Magic, right? You can handle Magic, you can probably handle Genshin, but fair. Okay, counterpoint. I don't pay for Magic anymore. Most of my games I play on Tabletop Simulator with digital proxies of the cards. You don't pay for Genshin? You know what? That's super fair. Now you might be wondering, why haven't you been using this the entire time if it just clears things out that easily? Well, the answer is, it is just about completely out of fuel, and I do not know where I will ever find more of it. Okay, please stop. Shoot, I almost did it. And honestly, if I had been a little more liberal with my blood usage, I probably could have. You did pay once. It was the equivalent of buying a $15 game. Even with issues, as much as you despise corporate, game's worth more than that. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I put money into Arena, too. The online Magic the Gathering thing. A reasonable amount, I feel like. When I say reasonable, I mean like actually reasonable, like maybe 80 ever in like a couple like $20 bursts. I've definitely spent way more than you've spent on Genshin in Magic the Gathering in general. It's had its grip on my family for generations. 2 generations to be exact. Mine and my mother's. Story's worth it. I've actually not heard a good case for the story until now. You know how to get my attention. You got really strong opinions about gacha games and the gacha industry. Probably for the best you stay out. Just glad to hear people are having fun with it. Me too. For Genshin? Yeah, well, to be fair, I've only had like one person talk about it before. I'll attempt. Done. That's so little damage for how long it took me to line it up. But they left. They left, though. That's actually huge. For saving. It was ones for EA, Hasbro, and others. Yeah. You can make comparisons, but it's a lot of the same stuff deep down. You cannot pretend those games are predatory in a different way. I will say, digitally, it's easier to nab kids. But talking about which one's worse doesn't feel very helpful. No, please. I was doing so well. I get him? No? Physical part and digital part are different? Yeah. That's true. Like, we can get into how impossible it is to actually build a deck that you want in Arena with the system they got. But you can say that's Arena. Thanks for you, Yona. I use you as an excuse to tap out of the game for a second. There's a guy in here. I'm gonna save because we actually managed to get through there. They shut the door. If I ever decide to play Genshin, first rule is do not pay. Wonderful people who managed to sneak in many LGBT plus representation, disability representation. Oh, that's nice. And trauma representation. Has some failings on the end. I admit I'm probably not for similar reasons. Due to time and money concerns, but I am delighted to hear about it. I hadn't heard about any of that up until now. We're out. Healing. Trying desperately to stay alive. Some people don't play Genshin because, despite it being free, they know they'll crack at some point and pay. It's a possibility. It's stacked on top of, like... No! How weird I feel about spending my time on games anyway when I could be, like, prepping to run Pathfinder for my friends or some other game. Time is also a very valid concern, given the time it can take if you really get into it. That's honestly the bigger one, to be honest. Honestly. With honesty. I'm gonna be a little more careful this time. Oh, wow, that is brutal. You should not be a member of this organization. You see the way they treat each other? Please. Thank you. Well, this went way better than last time. You'll be your B, good luck. Guess you didn't need luck, you had skill. You don't need luck when you have infinite respawn. Have a nice BRB. We have already walked through here. I assume. Oh yeah, the elevator shaft. I found this earlier. And I was like, wow, that seems so suspicious. I bet I should climb down there. And then completely forgot that it existed. Wow, I cannot throw this wolf for anything. Get over here. Little snack? Well, they're just gonna let me do it. I don't know who's dominating or mesmerizing all these guys, but thanks whoever you are. Was it you? Food acquired, you have returned. Welcome back. Rude. You're not hogging too much chat? No, that's okay. There's enough purple to go around. You tend to speak a lot. Me too. Unless I'm in chat. I appreciate it though. It gives me something to talk about too. Oh, we can just slip through. Huge ow. Thank you. Well, thanks anyway. Cool. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'll try. And say his merchant association takes no refunds on compliments. I've gotten better about actually taking compliments or trying to. I try to enforce an also you instead of no you policy around here. Hello? Oh. I didn't see any other exits. I was like, there's got to be something. But everything seemed to be leading up there, and then there was nothing. Feel kind of the same. You do accept them. You tend to devalue them in your head until someone tells you, no, it fully applies to you that you do take them. I guess that's better than before. Yeah, same. It turns out getting out there and talking to people was really good for me. I'm glad to hear you're doing better too. I do legitimately think you're pretty and genuine. Too fast. I was trying to get him before his friend unbirded, but he was too fast running away. People being nice helps a lot, especially when you're nice in return. I'm a firm believer that actually, if people were just nice to each other, a lot of problems would go away. Which sounds very naive, but also I genuinely believe it. Nothing to disprove that, I can reassure you. I just assume most people mean well even if they're having like a bad day. That doesn't mean I need to keep like, you know, hanging around people who are hurting me or anything like that, but it doesn't help me to like call people out, you know? Or start a fight in the moment. Oh, it's this guy. I kind of thought I killed him until I was watching Banana fight him.
Greater than our last meeting. I could smell it even over the flood of my fallen brethren. Doesn't that make you wonder?
He likes my blood smell. I think if people are trying to be morally good, the world would be marginally so kind of similar. Yeah. Didn't I kill you already?
Puppet! The strength of your blood is all that saved you from yourself. Wretched, weak-minded.
Good Place heavily influenced your vision on morality. I haven't actually seen it. I've heard it's good.
Wasted.
What are you talking about?
Miserable, ignorant gutter spawn. You are blind. The sarcophagus must be destroyed.
Why? Telling me why I might be able to make that happen.
I will do it myself if I must. And you...
Yeah, see, this guy's not willing to hear me out.
It is the blood that he is speaking through. The blood of all the pawns. It all must be pure.
Your opinion, of course. One of the best shows you've ever watched. Even ranked Doctor Who lower. That's reasonable. Yeah, I'm like willing to hear this guy out, but he's like already decided I'm his enemy, so we could be helping each other. Wait, no, yeah, what's gonna happen if it's opened? He won't even talk to me about it. Okay. Stop it. I don't know what's happening. I assume this was some kind of debuff he put on me. Hello? We could have been friends. Yeah. Okay, well, I disagree with everything about this guy, but still. His plans for the future notwithstanding, he's also just done some pretty messed up stuff. Quest log updated. You've brought the Sabbat's leader's pitiful existence to a violent end. No. That couldn't have been him. That could not have been it. The prince will be as happy as a little girl when you tell him. You love Steven Universe? Oh, I really like Steven Universe. Plus, you also have that we could have been friends in the same way. I was watching. I put my girlfriend through Steven Universe recently, and I admit, when we got to the ending, which I won't say, like the very last bit, I was like, oh, okay. That's not quite as good as I remember. But I was watching it when it was coming out, and I still deeply love the show. Ulma Raw Blade. I don't care if I can't use it. I want it. This sword was forged by the Tel Mehrah, a vanished sect of kindred that purportedly ventured into the lands of the dead. It seems unnaturally light and causes aggravated damage. I cannot use it. Absolutely not. Very close to being your favorite. It's definitely one of my favorites. I like to keep a list of shows that I want to curate and present to... It's going to sound really weird, but sometimes I think of like, oh, what shows would I want to show my kids one day? Steven Universe is... The very ending is not as good as you remember either. Gotcha. Up to the very point before that, it was honestly better than your... Me too! Can't spoil either, so you can't speak of the exact scene, though. I think we're talking about the same one. I assume. I'm stuck in a hole. Oh. Just like that, huh? You don't need top favorites, so it's one of your favorite shows, yeah.
Be at
Oh, hello.
peace, kindred. You stand amongst friends now.
Thank you. Really? Your agents at the Giovanni Stronghold weren't so friendly.
Indeed. The Chang brothers, my greatest agents, undone by the young soldier of LaCroix. It was obvious your path was greater than I or he had anticipated.
Or he. Dead Paranormal, which you do need to rewatch, is also close to your favorite, if not your favorite. I haven't seen that one. Dead End Paranormal Park? What kind of show is that? My apologies, but I had to smoke those dudes. What's this about an alliance between you and LaCroix? Let's go with that one.
We did have an arrangement, LaCroix and I. A mutually beneficial pact to drive the lesser factions from the city.
What happened?
LaCroix's zeal in recovering the Ankaran sarcophagus has been to the exclusion of many relationships, mine included. And I, like yourself, have been used by him in his desperate quest for power.
What would you say about my prince? No. How did he use you?
LaCroix feared Alistair Grout, the Malkavian primogen, for the cursed insight of his bloodline was strong and brought him uncomfortably close to the truth about LaCroix's ambitions.
This freaking jerk. It has both trans representation and autistic representation. Both related to main characters who are relevant to the main story. That's pretty cool.
LaCroix saw an opportunity to rid himself of two problems. A hardened rebel leader and a problematic primogen in one fell stroke. And as you can see, I was integral to his plan.
I can't see it, but... Excuse me? Need more info? It's pretty simple because it's about a paranormal park. The rest is kind of spoilery. Gotcha. I'm always happy to hear about new shows. Oh, she just took Nines' appearance. Got it. Things are beginning to make sense. But why did you agree to it?
LaCroix convinced me that an alliance with a Camarilla could strengthen the position of the Kuei Jin. And so with my help, your prince framed Nines Rodriguez for the murder of Alistair Grout.
You're the one I saw at Grout's mansion.
Yes, you were made to be the witness. For your political naivete put your word beyond reproach. No one would believe you devised such a story. LaCroix used you and once again turned a problem to his advantage.
The only person I told about it was LaCroix. He could have just lied and said that I saw it happen. Only caveat is the representation is actually so good, it could actually be triggering. Gotcha. So do keep that in mind. Thank you for the heads up. Sounds sticky, but why are you telling me all this?
You need to understand that you are a liability, Kindred. Once LaCroix finds the right moment, you will be dismissed.
I'm so excited for my opportunity to betray LaCroix.
Mr. Rodriguez, your sire, and countless others.
But I gave him the Ankaran sarcophagus.
You are no more to him than an entry on his ledger, a sum of that which can be bled from you.
What's any of this matter? He has it.
Hear these words, Kindred. The sarcophagus is sealed against the ages. Only the proper key will break this seal. That key now lies safely in Quajian hands. Your prince's prize cannot be had without it.
Good. Keep it. Thank you for your honesty.
I hope you recognize my sincerity, Kindred. I would like to see you reach your destination before your path is cut short. I hope when next we meet, it is again as friends.
You need to either play this game or watch a playthrough from the beginning to fully get this game. I'm always torn between fully explaining, like, catching people up and trying to keep things out of context intentionally, so it's a little less spoilery. If you replace Ankaran's sarcophagus with the word MacGuffin, this is pretty much all you need to know. We got him the thing. He betrayed a lot of people to keep it. Episode 2, see ya. Oh, gone. Either's fine. Don't worry about it. Do your favorite one. I kind of like to keep it directly relevant unless someone asks, and then I get into it. Just because it's like, I'm mildly worried that someone's only listening. Like, oh yeah, I just won't look so I don't get the spoilers. And then like, I just verbally explain the entire story so far. Gotcha. But I'm always happy to catch up when asked. I accidentally hit load game when I wanted to save game. Very fair. You do that sometimes, the listening part. Okay, hopefully we get to betray LaCroix soon. Gonna be it for this time.